Hey, what's good YouTube? It is your boy Rayshotzog YT. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make the best archetype builds for 2K19. But before we hop in this video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe right now. And also, if you guys want to join the notification gang, make sure you turn the notification bell. And also, if you guys like this video, make sure you spam the like button. Without further ado, let's get straight into this lit banger video.
It's a whole new way. Sorry nigga, you too late. And your career was just a phase.
For all the grindheads out there, listen up. If you can afford 2K19, pre-order or buy when released the 20th anniversary edition for $100, you'll get 100,000 VC, which you will basically end up spending way more down the line on VC or hating the game regardless because you're 60 overall struggling. Once released on September 7th, you have 4 days early to try out different builds. Basically, you get a head start than everyone else because the original game comes out on September 11th. When you get the game, create your first player offline, no internet connection. This will bypass the preview that was in 2K18 and also in 2K19. Chances still works the exact same as 18. It will take you straight into an upgrade system where you can see how all the stats fill out and what badges you get with that build. Go back and play with height, weight to really see how it affects the real attributes when finished, not the BS up and down that go red and green in the beginning when you make a player, because if you're experienced in 2K My Players like myself, I've been playing My Players since 2K14, you know that they don't tell the whole truth. Even causes new players to make huge mistakes sometimes. Pro dribbles and speed boosts like a 6'8", 270-pound shot creating slasher small forward. Some players can be a max wingspan and still have a 99 offense rating with shooting, dribbling, or dunking in layups, compared to a player who minimized wingspan as much as possible just to end up with the same exact attributes as someone with max wingspan. If y'all are wondering who has the advantage, some players might have a combination of badges you'll never expect. Pure sharps get teardropper, and pure sharp point guards even get dimer and pick and roll maestro. These are how the demigods you run into are created. Knowing a 7'3" pure stretch 5 at 300 pounds and a pure sharp point guards even get dimer unlock contact dunk animations regardless of his dunking rating below a 50. Now you're playing against a big man shooting Curry range and hammering it down like LeBron over similar players, while the pure athletic on your team can barely knock down a corner 3 and starts raging how a stretch 5 is dunking on people but he can't even shoot. And it's all 2K's fault because the game is trash. Play a few offline games as a 60 to see how the player really feels. Height, shoulder width, weight, wingspan. You can't change any animation, so you will get a real feel for the player in a raw state. If you can drop buckets and do your thing as a 60 in an offline game, chances are when you finally make that player and rev up to an 80, you will be a monster and more importantly have fun playing the game. Animations can mask things that are wrong or right with a player. Default animations equal comfortable gameplay equal tons of fun when you get to customize your player. Don't pick an archetype based on what is popular in the community, and don't pick a position based on what's popular. Be a point guard just because you get the ball in my career without even have to ask for it. The 5 positions in basketball matter tremendously when you make a build because it literally picks your position on the court and at all times, and depending on your skill and what you are naturally best at. The point guard is the team's best ball handler and passer, point blank period. If you want to be a scoring point guard like Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving, make sure you have a point forward like Draymond Green or LeBron James. Give them the ball to run the offense and play off ball. ISO every now and then with the team's blessing. Nobody wants to play with a point guard who dribbles down the court, misses 3 to 4 open players just to make a shot or layup. Even if you make it, nobody cares and the game gets boring. If you want to be a scorer as a point guard, have a ball handler on your team somewhere, otherwise you are just a ball hog that nobody wants to play with. A shooting guard is often referred to as a wing because of its use in the common position tactics. Set screens, create good spacing for your team. Most 2s these days are usually sharps, of course, or shot creators. Stay moving consistently, never let your defender rest. If you have a good point guard, he will be able to see when you have a silver of space on your man from off ball movement and hit you with a good open look every time. Like I said, if you're that guy who just wants to drop 60 and show off to your friends, be a 2 guard. Nobody can tell you anything when you drop 60 at that position. Just ask Kobe. A small forward is considered to be the most best of the main 5 basketball positions. Versatility is key for small forwards because of their nature of their role, which resembles that of a shooting guard more often than that of a power forward. If you're good at multiple things on the court, rebounding, scoring, passing, driving, and finishing, you must play as a small forward for your team. If you try and rebound consistently as a 2 guard, you will always be out of position on fast breaks. This is why early I said position is just as important as an archetype. I know guys who tried to play point guard and who had great instincts for rebounds, chase down blocks, help defense, and more, but the size and positions that they play made them just look crazy, running around trying to do all that, and they never got any winning animations. Just like nobody would question a 2 guard shooting 20 shots as long as it's off passes and you shoot 50%. But nobody will ever question a small forward going for boards, blocks, as well as being a main scorer. This is why the best players in the league are usually small forwards in average high numbers in multiple categories. If you're a small forward who only stands at the 3 line to shoot, you're not playing the position correctly. Simple. A power forward is best down in the post or low blocks as well as mid-range jumpers, a key in pick and pop rotations and off-ball screens for other scorers, while the point guard and center focus on each other. This is for the big man who is more offense than anything. A center scoring wise can really play however they see fit, perimeter or inside, but must be skilled at gathering rebounds, contesting shots, setting screens on plays. If you have a big man who just wants to dunk on everybody or shoot threes but can't grab a rebound, send him to the power forward, please. The center needs to rebound. No worse feeling than losing a game where everyone on the other team just shot horribly and you played good defense, but when you check the stats, your 5 got out rebounding by the other team. Small forward leading to twice as many shots for other team. Center needs to protect the rim as well. As soon as the defense is weak inside, get ready for 40 free throws on behalf of the other team. Also, the ball hog thing applies to the center as much as a point guard. Don't be that center who gets a 3-second call or has to call timeout the entire game to avoid one. Just because you feel like you have that position in the paint, not everybody is watching you all the time. Just because you're 8 feet tall, 500 pounds, doesn't mean you can just score on everybody every single play. Don't be a black hole of a big man. It sucks just as bad as a ball hog point guard, and people will not play with you consistently. Also, set screens no matter what. If you screen for people who have a higher chance of getting the ball on a roll or switch, if you just sit down low for 24 seconds, you're not doing your job. Sit mid-range and learn how to use a drop step to get into the paint with one step. Never play a position one way. It's basketball at the end of the day, and nobody does one thing over and over. Even Dwight Howard has cashed out 3-pointer. Steph Curry has slammed a home dunk. Try it out. That's why people go crazy in this game. Every archetype can do a little of everything. Just consider your archetype what you excel at instead of what you do. It makes you harder to guard in every way, and it makes you a better overall teammate. Pure sharps have the same drive and layup at tons of other builds. Why not take a wide open lane? It's not 2K's fault if you shoot 100 threes during a game and miss 75% of them. The more you score in different ways, the more greens you hit on the shots you excel at. The better shots and more made equals more XP equals higher rep. That's the key right there. Y'all should, right now, y'all should be writing down these notes while I'm talking, because if y'all do this quick technique that I'm telling you guys to do, it's going to help you out in 2K19 and you can probably become top rep. Anyway, as a pure sharp, if you shoot 25 out of 75 from the 3 in my career or pro-am, you literally won't level up. You will actually lose more XP than you gain, because missed shots and bad shots take away from XP. Then you'll be stuck at 88 forever and blaming 2K. And I know everybody has been doing that. Every time they miss a shot, come on 2K, why can't you give it to me? Yes, we've been there, we all done that. Make one build to start with and use for at least 4 months. Save all your VC while you badge grind and level up. You'll be surprised how much VC you earn if you actually play an entire season on a 12-minute quarter without simulation. If you actually play an entire season on 12-minute quarters without simulation, nonetheless, 2 to 3 full seasons, playoffs, and championships included, play my career for 2 to 3 full games a day, 12-minute quarters. Don't burn yourself out by trying to play 20. Think of it like an actual NBA career with travel between games and downtime. Appreciate the process and the wins and losses. Don't act entitled like you deserve to win every game, and if you don't, 2K is against you. Just aim to get over 50 wins and make the playoffs. So, you can either make a build you don't enjoy at the wrong position for the things you're good at while blaming 2K and spending $50 after $50 trying to figure it out, or you can try this method and hopefully when all this is said and done, you are having fun playing and saving VC at the same time. I did all this with a 6'5" shot creating sharpshooter. I love the build so much, playing with him would fly by, my careers and playoffs will fly by. When you are enjoying the game, it doesn't seem like work at all. I hope this technique works for some people who generally love 2K but who are just lost when it comes to 2K builds and stats. Comment down below your thoughts on if 2K should or shouldn't have 3 archetypes. It's your boy Rayshotzog YT, and it's a banger. I'm out. Peace.
I just jumped up in that jet. We smoke woods, 906, little burp and high demand. Yeah, these verses worth the brick. And